I've got my new desk and chair. I'm comfortable when I'm doing my readings now. Channel's doing amazing on TikTok and on YouTube. I'm in the middle of my week off, feeling very chilled, very satisfied, very content. And my parents are happy because I've done a lot of like cleaning out of like old, replacing with newer, better stuff. I'm not someone that likes to let go of things, and I'm a creative, so my father says that I operate in chaos, but I don't think that I do. Everything has its purpose, okay, guys? Right, so I've meditated a little bit. I'm going to ask spirits to join us, okay? Spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Gemini's highest good. Please give me 3 cards. The first one for the past, the second one for the present, and the third one for the future. Let me just shuffle. I've got my wood wick candle crackling away. It's a warm wool fragrance. I like how it's grey because it's kind of spooky. I've got my baby ghost pumpkin. My mixed florals, everything's off Temu. I'm obsessed with Temu. I'm obsessed with it. I've decorated like my whole room with Temu. Actually, I got the desk and chair from Amazon. But yeah, pretty much everything else is off. And then like bits of things from around the world, obviously. I love like travel, art and reading, so I have a lot of stuff like that in my room. I did clear all the books away though because they were cluttering up the bookshelves, and my mum and dad are practically like, they're levitating with happiness. I think they're the happiest they've been in a really long time, actually. So there you go. They've got Virgo. My dad's a Gemini with Virgo moon, and my mum's double Virgo. She's Virgo sun, Virgo moon. So they are very much perfectionists. They have got good taste, but they can't stand like, you know, when things aren't in order. So there we go. Everything's in order now. All is good in the world, according to my parents now. Right. 3 cards, please, Spirit. First one for the past, for my Gemini collective. What was going on in the recent past, in the last month or so. The Hermit reversed, so either needing to do some hermit work or coming out of hermit mode, okay. Sorry, I wanted to say before as well, it is Scorpio season now, so my nephew's got a birthday as a Scorpion. Emotional, possessive, wants to know, you know, what everyone's doing all the time. But absolutely gorgeous and very loving. So happy birthday to him in a couple of weeks. He watches a lot of my readings, so I have to be careful what I say. But yeah, it's the season of Scorpio. So the major arcana for Scorpio is the Death card. It's about clearing out the clutter, getting rid of the past, letting go of the past, and bringing in the new. Now, this is what we do also with Hermit energy. We work through. It's the part of the journey that the Fool realises in the story of the Major Arcana that he must walk this part of the journey alone. He has to make the path solo. You see there's all like mountains, and there's a sort of guiding light, you know, spirits guiding him on his journey. He's being called to make this journey solo, and it's quite a barren landscape, but it's because the answers lie within you, okay? So hermit work is done to reflect, to be introspective, to understand what happened in the past, where certain people need to take accountability or where you need to take accountability. Only you know what your future holds, okay? What direction you're going to take it in, how you're going to do it, why, you know, things happened in the past, why you made certain choices in the past. It's about doing shadow work, okay? Taking accountability for your past, your present and your future, okay? It's the Major Arcana for Virgo, the Hermit. So interesting that I was talking about reviewing, you know, like clearing out the clutter, reviewing who you are friends with, reviewing who you spend the majority of your time with. We've all heard that saying, you know, the 5 people you spend the most of your time with, you will become like them, okay? So pick them wisely, you know, don't be around morons or people who gather bad karma, people who speak without thinking. Don't be around people like that. Reckless people, feckless people, you know, no. You want your time on this planet to be worthwhile, okay? So be around people who inspire you, who motivate you, who are good people. They, you know, understand that honesty is the best policy. They go to work, they work hard, they come home. You know, they like to keep a nice home. They are focused on what's important, okay? Staying grounded, staying organised, dealing with day-to-day responsibilities. But also people who find the joy in small things, like we're decorating for... I come out my room, my mum's decorated for Halloween, and it looks amazing. It looks so exciting and cool, and you know, you go out to the shops and like they've got all the stuff out, haven't they, that gets you all excited for different festivals and seasons, and like well done to everybody who's kind of cheering everyone on. And like, you know, it's November, it's suddenly a lot colder, you know, the leaves are falling from the trees now, and we're in for a cold winter, but come on, all the Christmas lights are going to go up, you know, people are going to put trees up. My students are so excited for a mini Christmas tree. They don't know that I've ordered one for the classroom. So there's loads to look forward to, and getting involved with it and being a part of it is how you enjoy it, you know. You know, you think about your big goals, what direction are you taking your life in? Like, what is the clutter in your life? Is the people that you are posting out to that you don't need to be posting updates to? You know, do people really need to know? Are they really on your side? Have you got stuff that you've been holding on to that, you know, it's time to have a clear out? Obviously, like, I'm off at the moment, so I can do stuff like that. It needs to be planned in, you know, when you've got the time to do it, because not everyone is a teacher, right? So when you've got the energy, have a reset day. That's the popular thing to say, isn't it? The reset day is very important, okay? And you will get organised. A clean, tidy home that's well decorated and lovingly, you know, prepared. These are the things that keep you grounded. They keep you feeling, you know, like you're in control, and you're organised, and you make it nice for yourself. So yeah, if you need to do it, do it. But maybe you have just come out of hermit mode, okay? Let's move that a bit further away. It's necessary to stop and reflect. You know, I'm very reflective. I'm very, very reflective as a Taurus with a Libra moon. Life changes every few months. It changes significantly every year. So what was really important to you before is no longer important, and what might have been a little bit important is now very important. So have that period of reflection, have a clear out, you know, get rid of things that you don't need, out with the old and with the new, and don't get rid of things that are important and precious to you. I'm not getting rid of everything. Some stuff is like pride of place, do you know what I mean? But I've got like a watch that my mum gave me. It's got a really nice like grey strap on it. It's disintegrated. Bits literally fell off it in the car on the way. I've worn it to bits, literally. So that's gone in the bin, and it was well used and well loved. It was just a costume jewellery watch. So, you know, I have no qualms about throwing that. It's just time. Oh, just having a beer. A beer in the middle of the day when you're off, obviously, is delicious. Right, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. Why am I doing it like that? I'm acting like it's a 9-card spread. I've done so many love readings. In the present energy, yeah, I think you've come out of hermit mood, because in the present energy, you've got the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is someone who's practical, grounded. They like to spend money. They like to make money. They're a giver, okay? I certainly know how to shop, guys, but any amount of money that I spend on myself, I will happily spend on other people, and I do, okay? That is my love language. So this could be your love language, Gemini, is to gift people, or it may be something that you're doing at the moment. You might decide that you want to make certain gestures to people, you know, focus on that where maybe you haven't focused on it before. Different people's love languages they're governed by, you know, your sun sign. I will provide for others because I'm an earth sign. If I can buy you something nice and I think you're gonna, you know, really appreciate it, it'll make me feel good that I've done something nice for you. You know, I want people to have nice things, and that's just how I show my appreciation. I know that other signs like Aquarius will do acts of service because they're very much about being humanitarian. They're very much about the wider world, you know, the community, large groups, you know, that they can help if they can do tasks for them that will help them, you know. Also, like, yeah, if you Google, you can find out what your love language is as a Gemini, but it's possible that at the moment you are focused on doing nice things for or gifting, you know, nice things to people in your immediate environment, so people who you live with or people who you're related to or work with or friends with, whoever's in your circle, okay? You are enjoying taking care of yours, okay? You and yours at the moment. Solid, dependable, that's what you are. Very solid, very dependable, very, very generous, okay? Let's get one for the next month or so the near future. What's going to be important in Gemini's near future? 3 of Cups reversed, that's a weird one. So the 3 of Cups when it's upright is groups, community, so wider friend groups, like acquaintances, you know, like for example, if you were doing a Christmas party and you were going to invite not only immediate family but wider family, like extended family, relatives that are a bit more removed, neighbours, you people that live in the street, or you were going to invite friends of friends or family friends, you know, of many years. It's that wider community. You might even have colleagues that you've grown really close to. It's also cause for coming together and celebrating. You can see all the chalices being put together by the skeleton's arms. It's coming together to celebrate. So you might feel that you're not so much about the wider community. You might feel like you want to narrow in, or you might feel that you don't really feel like going out so much, you know. There's a focus on, more of a focus on being insular, being at home, knowing what's important, focusing in, being hygge, you know, cozy in your home, making your home environment comfortable, spending time with those who are most important to you. Okay, and that would make sense for the month of November. It's the period of Thanksgiving. It's a period of, you know, harsher weather, wet, windy, very, very cold. People tend to get sick. So, you know, although it is nice to see all this, as we move into Thanksgiving and Christmas, or depending on what country you're in, you know, whatever celebrations it is a time for being with those who are most important to you. And when we get extreme weather, like frosts, you know, ice on the roads, snow, we have to prioritise, is it really necessary to make that journey? You know, in the UK, we're not very good at altering and adapting our behaviour. Also, with it being, it's the last push, isn't it, of being productive. So maybe being a bit more frugal, socialising a bit less, you know, gathering the nuts for, you know, the harsh season ahead, and accumulating a little bit of wealth and a slush fund to then pay for presents at Christmas, you know, to have extra lights on, to have the heating turned up. There will be a lot of outgoings, so anything that's unnecessary, you may feel that you're going to cut back on it. You know, if you don't need a breakaway, you're not going to do one. If you don't need, you know, to spend money going out for dinner with friends, you're not going to do it. You know, we all kind of have periods where we tighten our belts a little bit. But I think there's more of a focus on, you know, you're very happy to spend on people who are important to you. You're very reliable, very generous, okay? But you're just not going to be extending that to everyone outside of the immediate circle, because it's just not a priority for you in the coming months. You know, it's a time for giving thanks, a time for, you know, harvesting, reaping what we've sown, and sharing it with those that need it closest to us, and also, you know, charity and people who have barely anything or are going through it. It's a time to give to them, but I just don't think you're interested in having large gatherings, you know, for the sake of having large gatherings in the next month or so. And that's absolutely fine, you know. Depends whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, and Geminis are the twins, so you're a game of two halves, right? Like, my dad's a Gemini, he describes himself as an introvert. I don't see him as an introvert. He's someone that's had a very high-powered job, worked all over the world. He is incredibly confident, can be a bit too bossy, if anything. But he can also be extremely emotional, very, very good dad-in-law, excellent dad-in-law, excellent advice, very stable person. So perhaps it's just not wanting to do things to excesses, you know, or spend time doing things that don't really count. Depends what's been going on in your life. You know, if you've had health problems, you might think, well, I'm going to not overdo it, you know, with alcohol, or I'm not going to overdo it with, you know, burning the candle at both ends. I'm going to be a bit more good with my routine, better with my routine. You get to bed a bit earlier, you know, having my 3 square meals, or if I need to lose weight, I'm going to, you know, cut out the extras. I'm not going to have the attitude that I'm going to pile on the weight at Christmas, or I'm going to eat a bit more because I've not been, you know, stopping to have my meals, or been just working through. You know, it's a reassessment of how we're doing things and who we're doing it with. I think that's very key for Scorpio season. Where are we putting our focus and why? You know, and do we want to review that? So, interesting. Let's get you some advice. There's a lot to be said for the heroes that are stable, reliable, not having mood swings, not disappearing, you know, not in and out of our lives. The day-to-day, everyday heroes who keep everyone else grounded. Yeah, they're not dramatising things. God love my mum, she dramatises stuff, she pours petrol on it. So I really appreciate my dad being a Gemini, because he's emotional and he's logical. It's like, it is literally like twins, you know, it's like half one, half the other, like. But it's just cool, calm and collected, almost a bit too much, really. Any advice for my Gemini collective? Protection. Create a safe space within this circle. You are protected and empowered. Yeah, perhaps there's a bit of anxiety about, you know, just overdoing it, seeing too many people, doing too many things. You know, like everyone's like, oh, we must catch up, we must catch up. Before you know it, you're saying yes to stuff you can't even, like. I've got a Sagittarian friend, she does that. She says yes to everything, and then it's like you end up, you know, having to re-book, because there's just sometimes, like, it's too much, you know. Yes, it's nice to be social. Yes, we're thinking of lots of different people, but we need to pace ourselves, you know. We're going to be working extra hard, you know. The tractors are still going out and ploughing the fields and, you know, harvesting, and we've got our daylight saving hours, you know, happening. We're all continuing to be hyper productive in this period, this Virgo, Scorpio period of the year, before the celebrations, before the harsh weather, you know. It's exhausting working hard and playing hard. You can do it a bit and you can burn yourself out. Now, it's going to be flu season, you know, so possibly there's a sense of burnout, and we need to be choosy. You know, if we don't need to, like, yes, you want to see friends, and trust me, like, it's important to do that, to relax after work, or, you know, get support if you're going through breakups or this or that. I'm not saying don't see people, but maybe see one or two. a week. If you're used to seeing someone every night, you don't need to do stuff to excesses. And sometimes it's fine to go, do you know what, I can't do this week, or I feel like I might be coming. Do you ever get that, you think I might be coming down with something because I feel really off, but I can't put my finger on it, and then you wake up like the next morning just like with your glands huge and like you feel so ill and you don't know how you didn't see it coming, but you just thought it was a bit of hay fever or the heating's been on. And you're just like excessively ill. Like, so I think get organised, get some soups in, anticipate that you're probably going to be unwell, get some medicine stocked up in the cupboard. Oh, get your defroster out the garage and put that in the car boot, get organised. You know, anticipate how likely is it that you can avoid getting unwell. You can't. You could sit in your house lonely and never see anyone and not put the heating on and do it. That's not for being festive, guys. I'm not saying don't see anyone or put your Christmas lights up, but get organised as well. And fill up that medicine cabinet with your Vicks Vapor Rub, your Tiger Balm, whatever it is that you do. Get your paracetamol in for your fevers. Oh, I love a throat spray. So you need to get rid of pain when you've got like a really sore throat. Your Sudocrem for your nose when you got that red nose in winter. Get organised, you know, and then this anxiety about all the heaviness, the busyness that's come in, you know, of these big social occasions. You know you love it, Gemini, when you get into it. You do love it, but it can feel like a lot's coming, you know, and it's not everyone feels happy at Christmas. There's a pressure to sort of be happy, and all the Christmas songs are on, and it's like enforced happiness, you know. And if you're not as close to your family, or you don't have that many family, or you don't get on with them, or they don't live near you, it's really upsetting. If you're single and you're used to being in a relationship, it's embarrassing, it's upsetting, sitting at the table, you know, like there's you and then everyone else is a couple. There's just certain things that get people down. It can be anniversaries of people passing. So it's a strange time of year because it's, yes, it can be beautiful and festive and lots of lights and presents, but it's overwhelming as well, and we get mixed emotions. You know, I felt that last couple of years, mixed emotions, you know, despite everyone sort of getting busier, getting tireder, starting to get sick as well. It's a lot. That Peroni's going down a treat. So just take it easy, draw a circle around yourself, get yourself organised, get your balsam tissues in, get your Vaseline in. Herbs, nature's gifts are abundant. Utilise herbs for healing and for magic. When I smell that sage, I know it stinks the house out, but when I smell it, it has a physical effect on my body. Where I can be anxious, where I can be uptight, everything loosens up and I'm breathing fully in. You know, like how they train you to breathe in yoga. In through your nose, really, you know, make that diaphragm like work. You can be shallow breathing because you're uptight and you can not even realise you're doing it. You know, and then you start having anxiety dreams or realising you've been grinding. You go to the dentist, they tell you you've been grinding your teeth. Do things to chill out and relax. Make sure you have candlelit bubble baths. Oh my God. Once you start having a candlelit bubble bath, you'll never go back. You won't be able to stand having a big light on. Absolutely not. Get your bath salts in if you don't like. I get really irritated from having, you know, a lot of like soap in the bath, or any soap, to be honest, shampoos and stuff as well. So if I have a bath, I use bath salts. They're very like good for like your aches and pains, soothing your muscles. Really amazing for getting warm in this cold weather. You know, I'm in the UK. If you're in Scandinavia, it's dark, it's cold, you get cold to the bone, you know. Wrap up if you go out for walks. But there's loads, don't get it twisted, there's loads to look forward to. Sunsets and sunrises in the winter, oh, beautiful. And when everything's covered in frost, look at this. Eclipse. Dance with your shadows. Discover hidden aspects of yourself in the darkness. If you're a woman, get your red lipstick on. Get your red nails done. If you're a guy, get a fresh haircut. Go and get your Turkish barber, you know, steam and a shave. Get a nice aftershave. Oh, woody, spicy aftershave. You know? Do things to, like, treat yourself for being, you know, hard working, and yeah, spend time with others, spend time with yourself. You know, make sure you've created your boundaries, that you're taking care of your body, your health, take your vitamins. If you're working busy, people-heavy environments, like if you're in retail, if you work in schools, hospitals, if you have to be around large groups of people where you're exposed to coughs and colds, make sure you're having nutritious food instead of fast food, and, you know, cooking from scratch. And then also, like, have your vitamins, and echinacea pills are a really good way to anticipate and build up those white antibodies. Get your balsam tissues in. Everyone's going to get sick at least once, if not twice, over this winter. So just anticipate it and start getting organised. Get your scarf out so you can cover your mouth in the cold winter air, because that sets you off when you get that cold air hitting your throat. Oh God, I'm asthmatic and it sets me right off. Yeah, I think it's a season, isn't it, where, like, we need to protect our peace, protect our energy levels, prioritise, you know, do some fun stuff, do some organising, but have a chill out as well. Make sure you're taking some rest, okay? I mean, to be honest, like, a solid reading. I think you've come out of hermit energy. You're very much about family and providing right now. And, you know, I think you're a little bit anxious, honestly, about the season ahead, because, you know, it's going to be busy, there's going to be a lot of people. Shopping, Christmas shopping, I just do it all online now. There's no way I'm running around shops. Yeah, I say I'm going to do it. I said I'm going to get everything from the Bellis Brothers Garden Centre for presents, but can you imagine what the queues are going to be like? You know, the traffic starts going mental, everyone starts driving at each other and putting two fingers up, or like finger puppets, or swearing. I've been sworn at in Christmases gone by because people are trying to drive into me and don't want to wait, and they're in a rush and they're agitated because they've had to go out to the shops and they don't normally go out to the shops. Oh my God. The roads get crazy and the light goes, and do it all online, trust me. Right, so very festive seasonal reading there. Remember the advice from Spirit, it's absolutely solid advice, okay? Right, take care, Gemini, and I'll see you in the next one.